Let's talk about how to choose the best font for your logo. First off, consider your brand's identity and personality. And when I say this, all I mean is to think about what your brand stands for and how people see it. Typefaces and fonts can very much drive the perception of a product or service, and you want one that invites people to think about your brand in a specific way. For instance, if you're designing a logo for a new doctor in town, then don't use a creepy font like Double Feature, and definitely don't use a color palette like this. However, if they're a pediatrician, you might actually choose something playful like Bubblegum. And if they're a cardiologist or oncologist, you're going to want something a little more elegant, and you can go for a font like Vogue. Number 2, keep things legible. Take the Disney logo for instance. We know that it spells D-I-S-N-E-Y. Well, at least that's what most people think. Some people actually see the D as a backwards G. Now, for Disney, modeling their logo after the founder's signature is worth more than a subset of the population misinterpreting their logo. Unfortunately, for all of us, we're not Disney, so we have to be much more careful about the legibility of our fonts. Here are a few things to keep in mind when you search around for the best font for your logo. If the font has serifs, then don't let them overlap and obscure other characters. Consider the readability at multiple sizes. Make sure you can read it at 5 pixels, 12 pixels, 500 pixels, and so on. And finally, check to make sure each character in the typeface is unique, such as the capital I and the lowercase l and the numeral 1. If any of them use the same character, they fail the IL1 test, and you should definitely choose a typeface with better readability for your logo. Number 3, don't get flashy. Flashy fonts are great for individual promos, and yeah, they can add life and pizzazz to whatever you design with them, but if you're looking for the best font for a logo, you don't want flashy, because flashy fonts go out of style. Sticking with simpler, less trendy fonts for logos basically future-proofs you. Number 4, numbers, symbols, case, and weight. You need to make sure that your chosen typeface can actually be used as a font. Not every typeface you will look at will have numeral characters, for instance. So if your brand name is ExpressDev 5000, you're going to be ExpressDev square, 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 square. The same applies for bold and italics. Not everything can transform weight. Sometimes you'll be stuck with too thin or too thick lines. You may also not have the option for upper or lowercase letters. This issue tends to be more prevalent in the use of free fonts, so be aware if that's the main pool you're drawing them from. As you can see, a lot more goes into choosing the best font for a logo than just choosing something that looks cool. Taking the time to make an informed choice about what the world sees first about your brand will return dividends over time. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content. With that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.